Welcome to the Great American Collectibles Show. Heard Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern on PSAcard.com and the PSA Facebook page. The Great American Collectibles Show is brought to you by PSA and the National Sports Collectors Convention. Tonight's headlines are brought to you by Sports Collectors Daily. For all of your hobby news, features, and more, visit sportscollectorsdaily.com. And now, your hosts, Tom Zappala and Rico Petrocelli.
Okay, no, take your time, really. No, I don't want you to rush.
Okay.
No, don't rush.
Oh, all right.
See, this was, I was going to hold this up.
Yeah.
Amber Alert, missing Rico Petrocelli.
If you had hit a few more shots better, you could have got here on time.
See, that's the problem.
Yeah. No, we had traffic. Traffic is...
Traffic.
It's bad.
Wait a second.
Traffic in the woods looking for your ball?
Oh, no. We played good. We might have won the
my
tournament.
headset up a little bit? Can I?
No, you turn it up there.
Which?
You're 3.
Okay.
Hopefully 3. Hopefully you're 3. You might be 2.
No. I'm good. Good. So you played in a golf tournament today.
Yes.
Tell me how
It
difficult.
was so hot.
How hot was it, Rico?
It was...
Tell me how difficult
God,
your life is. Your life is so difficult.
You think it's easy, huh?
What'd you shoot?
No, we had it was a member guest.
At the end of a country club. And for our listeners out there, very exclusive country club.
It's beautiful. Jim Rice lives there, by the way. Also.
Who'd you play with?
I play with Peter Canone.
How's Peter doing?
He's doing all right.
I haven't seen him in years.
Yeah, he's a great
Good Irish kid.
Yeah, and
Don't know him from Adam.
you're dirty, right? See what he does to me? No, but it was so hot.
Who else did you play with?
Jerry Colello.
The guy that owns the Phoenix Suns? Oh, that's
No.
Jerry Colangelo.
Colangelo, holy mackerel. Well,
Mikey, you know something? Get your ass in here. Come on in here. Put these
he's going to
headsets
fall
on.
asleep.
That's all right.
Both of us.
Here, put the headsets on. Just hang with us. You don't even have to say boo. Just hang with us. Is that all right, Mike? Is that okay, Louie?
We got a problem with that, but I'll work on it.
Mike Petrocelli's in the house, too. Louie's good. This is where I love throwing Louie curveballs.
Yeah, no,
he gets so pissed
That
at me.
camera is frozen. I don't know if we're going to get anything.
That's right. Lauren, we can hear him. We can hear you, Mike. We can hear him, right?
Yeah, we can hear him.
We get some audio. Mike Petrocelli's in the house, too. There he is. See,
Great to
Mikey?
be here. Thank you.
No, it's not that good. Trust me. So,
Yeah.
what else did you?
Well, no, we played pretty good. It's a team. It's a little different format. You hit your own ball, but they count on certain holes the 2 best scores, and then there's gross and there's net, and we were way up there on net. We might have won. And they do something else on certain holes. You could win money. It's money.
Did they feed you?
Yes.
So did you have water?
I had chicken, and I had water. You wouldn't believe.
Freaking chicken. That's all you eat.
I'm starting to cluck.
I know that.
But no, the water was.
Enough bourbon, it all works.
That's
God, I drank so much water. Mike did too, and it's funny when you get like. I got to be careful with
What
the
did you
diet.
drink again?
Water.
Okay, you said it. You kind of went Brooklyn on me there.
Water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've been here like 100 years.
You're right. No, I know.
Well, we got in today at 2:00. We flew in.
Oh, you did? I thought you were coming in tomorrow.
No, last night we were supposed to come in. It's a long story. My flight got delayed, then it got canceled, then it got uncanceled. So we had to fly out of Fort Lauderdale today. It was a pain in the ass. But anyways, let's talk about our headlines. And we got Joe on the line, right?
Yes, we do.
Joe Thomasulu,
Hey,
baby.
Joe.
You there?
Tom, I am here.
Joe, let me tell you something. Lou is loaded.
Stop
for,
it.
He's
Stop it.
loaded.
Stop riling us up.
He's loaded for beer because he's done his research. And I'm telling you right now,
Let's stop.
I think I'm going to side with Lou, and I know Rico's going to side with you. But it's all going to come out in the
Tom's
wash.
just making this all up.
Regarding what?
Oh, we'll talk about it.
Thanks.
Later.
Okay.
All right, about our headlines. This is our
Whether you took steroids and
This is
40 home
Red
run
Sox collusion, Tom.
All right, hey, here's our headlines brought to us by our good friends at Sports Collectors Daily, and guess who they have to do with? Even in lower grades, Babe Ruth's rookie card is still a big draw, Rico.
I guess.
I don't want to wake you up. A blank back 1916 M 101-5 Ruth graded fair brought the top price in Memory Lane's summer auction early Sunday morning when it sold for $79,200.
Wow.
Featuring the Babe as a Red Sox pitcher, it's the first card issued during his big league career. The auction was also headlined by a T206 Ty Cobb red portrait graded a PSA 8. One of just 18 ever graded at that level, with only 2 rating higher. When the dust settled, the Cobb card netted $67,200, shattering the hobby's former record for the grade by
67, Tom.
67.2.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
No, you had said 57.
No, I said 67. That's
That's
because
the
you've
way he
seen
talks.
No, you're as old as Petrocelli.
That's the
why.
way he talks.
You're both old. Anyways, those are our headlines brought to us by our good friends at Sports Collectors Daily. You can go to sportscollectorsdaily.com. Louis, I'm having all kinds of head issues. This one's not working. This here.
What are you doing?
I'm not doing anything.
Head
I'm trying to-
issues.
That's okay.
Okay.
All right, so listen, we got Joe on, and we have Steve Sloan, president of PSA, is going to be coming on later. There's some nice stuff happening at PSA. Mr. Petrocelli, everything is well? I haven't
Everything's
seen you.
good.
I haven't seen you.
Well, you were in Florida. You had to check on your condominium down there, and I was working hard. Michael and I, we were
Michael, help me
we
here,
were
please.
digging for gold. No, but
It was rough.
yeah, I was. I tell you, but things are good. August. Red Sox and still in first.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that with Joe, right, Joe?
I guess I have to take it on the chin.
All right, but before we do that, okay, last week, and by the way, Kelly Malone, you got your book. I'm glad. Hi, Tom. Kelly, I'm glad you appreciate the book that Rico's. I actually forged Rico's name. No, I'm just kidding. I hope you enjoy the book. All right, so for our listeners and viewers out there, for some reason, I'm not saying all of you, but a lot of you are challenged. Is that fair to say? Mentally?
I think that's a nice thing to say about your audience.
Holy man!
Well, I mean, guys like the
Especially
regular,
the old people in glass houses, by the way.
I mean, guys
Man,
like
it's tough.
Stan Orr and Spidey Hawks and who else? Who else?
Frank,
Phil, Jay.
they're important, you know.
Yeah, but they're a little challenged. So this is a very, very, very easy trivia question today, and here's what you're going to win. You're going to win a 1965 Topps Carl Yastrzemski. It's graded at 3, VG.
Was he any good?
He sucked. No, he was good. And then we have a 1964 Sockers, Yastrzemski and Schilling. Now, that isn't Kurt Schilling. That's Chuck Schilling.
Chuck Schilling, yeah.
Chucky was a good second baseman.
Very good.
Couldn't hit his weight, but he was a good second baseman, right?
Good defense second, and they were from around the same area in Long Island. I
Did you
think it
guys
was.
play together for 1 year?
Who?
You and Chuck.
No.
You came the year after he retired.
Right.
Or did
No,
he get traded?
he traded.
He got traded.
Why are we pumping Chuck Schilling's tires?
Because it was the card.
He's probably
And
dead.
so what's the question?
You ready?
Oh, well.
You may not like
And
this
I don't
one.
think his family's listening. I just
Yeah.
going out on a limb here.
Is he dead?
No, he was a school teacher in Long Island for many years. I'm not sure if he's retired now.
Is he dead?
I don't know.
This is what my life has come down to. Now I'm looking up Chuck Schilling's stats.
All right. You may not like this question,
All right.
but I'm throwing it out there. And the only reason I'm throwing it out there is because I ran it by Lou, and Lou knew the answer. Kind of.
That's such a lie. You
Fuck.
Listen, you and I got to get this settled. Stop saying things that I said
Never.
as if I said
Never.
them.
Never. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
And don't bust my
I
chops.
will not say a word.
Because I know other people know that. What was Pudge Fisk's nickname among his teammates?
Look at that. You weren't lying. I forgot we had this conversation.
Right.
Yeah,
What
okay.
the heck?
I take it
What
back.
was Pudge Fisk's nickname
Carlton Pudge Fisk.
among his teammates? And not Pudge
not
doesn't
Pudge.
count.
Okay.
He had another
All right.
nickname that his
Louis Tion named him.
Louis Tion
Yeah,
named him.
okay,
What
now-
was his nickname? You
Yeah.
guessed it. You win both cards. These are. Who gave? Leighton gave us these. These were given to us by Leighton Sheldon of Just Collect and Vintage Breaks. So if you can guess what was Pudge Fisk's nickname given to him by Louis Tion, and Rico was relentless, called him that all the time. Just
That's right.
all you have to do is guess, right?
Yeah. Oh, that's all.
All right, let's talk to Joseph. Joas, you there?
I am here, Tom.
All right, first of all, let's talk about your summer 2018 auction. Can you do me a favor, at least look at the format? Here, it's right here.
A format?
Yeah. I did it all for you today.
There's nothing
No,
on
you
there.
did. What's with the format? I got this.
Oh, you did.
Yeah, it's nothing.
All right, Joe, let's talk about the 2018 auction. Fantastic, some great results. A 1916 Babe Ruth rookie card, we talked about that, 79 grand. Unbelievable.
Yep, you mentioned the Ty Cobb, 67,000. That was a record price, Tom. T206s are getting red hot again, especially high grade. It seems like they have no boundaries. They just keep on going up and up. The 51 Bowman Mantle rookie signed fetched 43,000, which is an extraordinary price. It was a great card. The signature, Tom, covered about 40% of the surface. So it was one of the largest signatures I've ever seen on any Mantle card.
Now, that was a private consignment, right? And
Yeah, that was a recent find, too. That was a Connecticut attic find. Someone found a shoe box of old cards and collectibles, and the card was just sitting in there.
Really? And what else?
Well, Joe, I wanted to ask you, when people are bidding, do you come across a lot where, two people really want it?
Skinny man.
I know. Two people really want that card, and then they just keep going to a certain point, of course. Do you run into that much? And did that happen during this auction?
It happens with many high-end lots, Rico. It really does. Basically, I love the expression, two people that refuse to lose to a certain extent. You know, deep pockets,
sure.
Luxurious checkbooks, and they'll just keep on bidding until they win it. Obviously, someone's going to eventually back off.
Yeah.
You saw that baseball, that 39 class baseball went for over $600,000.
Wow. Holy man.
I know, that was unbelievable. But you know something, Joe?
Too.
That baseball...
So, two or three people wanted the ball. They just kept on bidding. And the one thing that it does do, Rico, is it kind of makes you think of what is the true value of a piece. So you take one person out of that equation, now what is a piece truly worth?
Yeah, but the thing is that and it's worth what people will pay for it. Just like an athlete, who gets a ton of money, if that's what they're going to pay, that's the market. But I think it's good. I don't know about you.
Oh, it's great.
Hey, Joe, I have a question for you. And actually, one of our viewers, because when we had the show, we were doing the show down at the National. You came on the stage with us. Were you? I'm looking at the results of the auction. You guys have some other phenomenal results that we're going to talk about. But it seemed as though, and again, one of our viewers is bringing this up, and I saw it too, that 1956 oversized Yankee spring training ball, should it have gone for a little more, in your opinion?
I was a little disappointed with that result, Tom. I agree. I had valued the ball somewhere between 6 to 10K.
Yeah.
The issue with that ball is it's large.
Yeah. Oh,
and
I remember seeing
all of these signed baseball purists, Tom.
Yeah.
They like the regular 5-ounce baseball, MLB size. So the large size ball, I guess, even though it's an amazing piece, to those purists didn't appeal to them. You know what I'm saying?
Good point.
Joe, while we're on that, I got another question. Do you or...
That's a nice hat.
Thank you. It's a golf channel
Someone
hat.
give that to you?
Yes.
Can I have it?
Joe,
I gave you one.
yeah.
Terry wants to know where his PSA hat is.
I have, yeah. Anyway,
no.
Would you, if the bid isn't large enough, do you or can you take the object off the bidding line? I guess?
Rico, great question. We at Memory Lane don't do that. We don't have reserves. We don't have hidden reserves.
Okay.
An item goes in our auction. We're very proud of the fact that it's an honest auction.
Yeah.
Highest bidder wins it. We don't pull lots. For the most part.
Yeah.
There could be an exception here or there, but for the most part, if an item has received bits, we will not pull a lot.
Yeah, no, that's good.
We are chatting with our good friend Joe Thomas. We love Joe. Joe Thomasula from Memory Lane Auctions. Again, here's the question. Listen, some guys have said that his nickname was the Commander. It was the Commander. A few people called him that, but that's not what his teammates called him. What was Carlton Fisk, and forget the Pudge thing, what was his nickname among his teammates? And Louis Tiant, El Tiante gave him the nickname. It's a great nickname, and it's very appropriate. Would you agree with that?
No.
That's not what you said. That is not what you said.
Yeah, no, it was good.
Right?
Tion gave everybody nicknames. Call me Salami.
Did he really?
Yeah, Salami.
Tom, I got to throw something in. You just made me think of it.
Should have been
Do
pepperoni.
you guys know what Johnny Bench's nickname was when he was a rookie amongst his Red players?
Oh, no. I have no
Not
idea.
a clue. Not a clue.
Corkhead.
Corkhead?
I like that.
And so he was so embarrassed because Pete Rose was a big clown.
Yeah.
And in the clubhouse one day during his rookie season, Rose was kind of getting on bench, and he said, "You know what, Johnny? Going forward, I'm going to call you Corkhead because your head looks like it's popping out of a
Okay,
bottle."
so I'm going to take that and take it a step further. The nickname that Pudge Fisk had was kind of a similar name, like kind of a humorous name given to him by his teammates. Terry Melia, we just said, the Commander is not the answer. Some people call him the Commander. And Terry Melia wants to know from PSA, where's your PSA hat? Why do you have that NBC
Well, I
hat?
had to wear this because of the golf tournament. You know, in golf, you wear a golf tournament. And I forgot it. I'm going to wear it next week.
If you'd hit 5 less shots, you could have been here on time and changed your
I
hat.
had a couple of bad holes. Man.
Yeah.
I was so tired.
Did you really? That's from not eating.
Any alligators over in Andover?
No, Florida.
That's right in Florida. All right, Joe, what about, also, I have a question. There was a 1939 play ball set, high-grade set. Was it a complete set?
It was missing the two top subjects, Ted Williams and Joe DiMaggio.
But still, $53,000. That's, to me, that's a great price. Great price.
It's a great price. Almost all of the cards were 9s and 8s, a couple of 8.5s, but it was missing the Ted Williams rookie and the third-year DiMaggio card.
Hey, one of our listeners viewers is asking, do you guys get into the extended bidding like the auctions?
Yes.
If these questions are too tough, you just let me know.
No, Tom, absolutely. After 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, the extended bidding starts. The auction continues if there's a bid on any lot within a 15-minute period. Our auctions typically end, Tom, between 2:30 and 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
All right, not bad. Not bad.
Yeah.
This one ended a little earlier. This one, I think, was like 2:35, something like that.
Were you happy with the National, with the results of the National? You guys had a great setup. I mean, what were your thoughts about how busy were you? Did you guys get a lot of consigners for the next auction?
We got a lot of great consignments. We sold some stuff. As you know, Tom, we had a great display. We had a couple of Wagners, Game Used Root Bat, one of the best signed Root single sign balls in the hobby. We got a lot of attention, a lot of advertisement, a lot of marketing, and again, we sold a lot of stuff, and we picked up some great stuff for our upcoming late fall winter auction.
Rico?
Well, I was going to ask you about that Walter Payton, the rookie era 75-78 game-worn jersey. You did okay on that.
$35,000.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that was actually strong. That was a very strong price.
Yeah,
Probably got a couple of people, like you said before, Rico, doing a little tug of war.
Yeah. Well, that's.
I mean, that's the way it
he
works.
was great. He was great.
That's really the way it works. All right, we're
Well,
chatting.
that's the beauty of an auction, and I always tell this to potential consigners. Our catalog goes out to everybody across the country, and typically the final price should represent something within a reasonable market price. Everyone has seen it. Everyone, is bidding on it that has an appreciation for the piece. So you never have to wonder, did I leave a lot of money on the table when you put something in a prominent auction?
Probably some Bears fans nostalgic for their one Super Bowl championship.
That's usually what happens.
I can understand that.
Hey, Joe, before we let you, before we take a break, those two Wagner cards. Now, I'm assuming that those were private owners and that kind of loaned them to you guys. I knew you.
Actually, one owner.
One owner had both of them.
Yes.
Man, something that's unbelievable.
Oh, that's
impressive.
It was really
very impressive. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We come back. We're chatting with Joe Tomasulo from Memory Lane Auctions. We've got PSA President Steve Sloan coming up, and we'll take a break. Rico, you have to go to the bathroom? You're good?
No. Yeah, I'm good. That's amazing. I must have drank 4 gallons of water.
All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Since 1996, Brian Drent and the staff at Denver's Mile High Card Company have led the charge in the collectibles hobby. Mile High is a full-service dealer specializing in buying and selling cards and offers a competitive consignment program for all collectors. Whether it be their computerized want list service, appraisals, or auction services, Mile High has it all. If you've been searching for a company with a selection of high-grade vintage 1888 to 1970 baseball cards and memorabilia that shares your passion, aim high, mile high. Go to milehighcardco.com or call 303-840-2784 for more information.
Hi, this is Dan from Memory Lane Auction and Collectibles Company. If you're looking to maximize your return on your sports cards and collectibles, look no further. We at Memory Lane Auction House offer you several options to achieve top dollar for your collectibles. Whether you're looking to auction or sell privately, we're the #1 choice with over 17 years in the hobby. Nobody will work harder to achieve your goals. Just call us today at 877-606-5263. That's 877-606-LANE. Or visit us on the web at www.memorylaneinc.com. Go with the best. Go with Memory Lane.
This is Brian Drent, president of Mile High Card Company. Is your sports card and memorabilia collection properly insured? For easily replaced personal property, homeowners insurance is all most people need. But for prized possessions that you may have spent a lifetime collecting, it doesn't go nearly far enough. Collectibles Insurance Services has been insuring for over 50 years. They offer a full range of protection and a $0 deductible at an affordable rate with no appraisals required. I know because they insure my collection. If you have a minute, go to collectinsure.com and learn more about insuring your personal card or memorabilia collection.
How would you like to own the bat that was used by your favorite player when he hit that towering home run or game-winning base hit? Now look no further than JT Sports, specializing in the sale and authentication of professional game-used bats. As the official authenticators of professional model game-used bats for PSA DNA, JT Sports will guarantee the authenticity of any bat purchased from them. JT Sports also buys and sells game-worn uniforms, gloves, and baseball equipment. The unique quality of the collectible is what JT Sports is all about. Give them a call at 609-487-8003 or check them out at GameUseBats.com.
All right, we are back, and Joe T is on. Joe Tomasulo is on the line. But before we get back to Joe, I know Joe's probably having his martini right now at 22 after 6.
Oh.
How about a little eBay action, Mr. P?
Yeah, I want to talk about them all the time. I just can't sleep at night.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I really think you should give me that hat.
No, you're not getting this hat.
I'll give you $2.
Nope.
You are so freaking
Keep going. Keep going. Wait a minute.
Go ahead.
All right, let's talk about eBay. If you're looking for autographed memorabilia, hard to find collectibles from your favorite team, or that Sammy Sosa hair gel, jump on eBay right after the show.
Is that funny?
Yeah, very funny.
No, it should have been Sammy Sosa skin cream. That's what it should have been.
That, but then people may,
Yeah, well, just joking around, Sammy. He was. Anyway, here are a couple of examples.
Good friend of his, are you?
Yeah, real good. Right now, of great stuff being offered on eBay. How about an Albert Pujols cracked game used bat for $250? Rico, or a 1984
Wait,
Don
they're not supposed.
Wait a minute, that's what you put down.
How long have we been doing this? You don't say Rico. It means it's your line.
I know. Or a 1984 Don Mattingly, number 24 rookie card, PSA 10 for $100.
I love when I get thrown new shots right after the
Now,
show
what's this
opens.
say?
I love doing that.
I'm going to read this next thing.
Yes.
It says Rick.
No, it's Peel. It's Peel. I made a mistake.
It says here is on. What's this? Here is on. An antique lemon pea.
Lemon peel.
Lemon pea. He's got P-E-Y. Come on, I'm a grown man with grandkids. What is it?
And a lemon peel.
A lemon peel baseball from 1900.
You'd think if there were 4 pages of it, it'd be somewhat accurate.
No, yeah. And
Read it again.
And
Can
look
you
what
read
he
it again?
says. And
It's
he says,
written in a
my
font type.
rookie year, yeah, $750.
It's written in a font
For
type
an
you can read from
antique lemon
space.
PE baseball from 1900.
It's Peel. All right, here's one. On 7.
Jeez, man, crick. Okay.
Look at that. I was tired.
You must have.
I have. Here's one. A 1772.
One of a kind.
What was it?
One of a kind.
A
John Quincy Adams card? What was it?
A 1972 signed Rico Petrocelli baseball with a marinara sauce stain on it, $200.
If you're going to yell, can you back off a little bit?
Or, of course,
And back off a little bit anyway.
as we say every week, if you live in a tent, if you live on a beach, if you live under a bridge, you can pick up a 1967 Bucky Brandon ungraded card
Bucky Brandon.
for 49
Bucky.
cents.
Who the hell is
Yeah.
Bucky Brandon?
He was pitching on the 67 team, Bucky.
Sucked.
Yeah, well, he didn't suck. He won us a few games.
Oh, really?
All right, there are thousands of items to bid on. eBay has 162 million users. You know what? I've been saying that for a long time. I'm going to say at least 165 million users. And instead of 250,000, I'm going to say 300,000 people per day go to the site. Remember, if you want the very best in sports collectibles, you can find it on eBay. Hey, Lou, how long was that commercial?
We're in the bet is 2 minutes and 43 seconds long. We're on the second go around.
All right, let's get back to our friend Joe. You didn't hear that, right?
Hang on.
Anything, Tom.
I'm sorry?
He was away having
I
a
didn't hear it.
Okay, that's good. You didn't hear the commercial. That's good. Thank God. All right, we're chatting with Joe Tomasulo from Memory Lane Auctions. Joe, let's talk about the late fall and winter auction. Can you kind of give us a little hint as to what we can expect?
Unfortunately, Tom, can't give you much about what to expect because we just closed our auction and just started accepting consignments.
Okay, but you do have some neat stuff that you've already started coming in. How about...
Yeah, we picked up a nice single sign root ball. We picked up a nice signed Lou Gehrig photo at the National. Picked up a 1913 Cincinnati Reds oversized Fatima Premium, very rare. 1910, very rare, 1910 Chicago Cubs World Series program.
Wow.
Extremely rare.
Very rare.
These were all pickups at Cleveland, at the National.
Wow. And when does the auction start, Joe?
The auction typically starts the second or third week in December. So late, the tail end of the fall, and runs into like mid-January.
All right, so that's a pretty extensive auction, Rick.
Yeah, actually, we also picked up a beautiful 28 Lou Gehrig exhibit card signed by Gehrig with a PSA Mint 9 signature.
Wow.
Wow, that is nice.
What about Babe Ruth, Red Sox and Yankee collectibles? Is it more interest in them?
Rico, I'll tell you, and breaks my heart. You'll love this. Babe Ruth Red Sox collectible stuff is, pricing-wise, it's almost becoming untouchable. Can't even keep track of the rising price tags of the Ruth Red Sox stuff. Especially, photos. You saw Tom Rico, a rookie card in a very low grade.
We did.
Went for basically $80,000.
That's incredible.
Well, it's very historic. It's the
1915.
I think that's what it is.
it's the beginning of the Yankees buying their championship, so it's very historic.
Somebody told me, Joe.
Don't get me wrong, Babe Ruth Yankees stuff is extremely valuable, especially early 20s, but when Ruth's wearing a Red Sox uniform, the pricing gauge is it's off the charts.
gotta be rare, right?
Especially like some of his early photos, his rookie era photos.
Yeah.
They're going for $50,000 to $75,000 now.
Wow.
I'll bet
3 years ago, you could buy them for $15,000 to $25,000.
I'll bet you that if someone did an analysis, I would bet dollars to donuts that the Red Sox Babe Ruth stuff is not very much in demand in around here.
Really?
I would think not. Am I wrong, Joe?
Is not in
In the
demand
Boston
where?
area. In the Boston area.
Tom, I have to tell you, I think it's in demand in the 50 states.
Really?
I have to disagree with that.
Okay. I mean, I could be wrong. We
Rare
did
photos. I mean, God.
No. I think you might have something because we're not particularly passionate about Babe Ruth.
That's my whole point.
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah.
I mean, the Red Sox fans.
Yeah, but for collectors.
Well, yeah, but Red Sox fans in general, Rico, I mean, they want to put that out of their minds. I mean, there's no love lost between that whole transaction. Red Sox Nation has always thought of Babe Ruth as a Yankee and not as a Red Sox player. Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong. You're absolutely right.
You know?
And, when it happened, when they traded him, I mean, people were so angry here because I've read a lot of books on
Well,
it.
Lou and I...
Right, but in retrospect, guys, think about it. Babe Ruth won you guys 3 titles in 5 years.
Blah, blah. We know that.
They're
We know all
rare
that.
and
But
they're-
it doesn't matter, Joe. You're missing the point. The point is that he left the Red Sox and he moved on to the Yankees and had just an absolutely incredible career. So Red Sox fans...
Yeah, but it wasn't Ruth who did it.
No, I understand. That was Harry Frazee.
Blame your owner.
Right.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, Lou and I and Ellen, when the T206 book came out, and Louis, correct me if I'm wrong in this, we did a book signing at the TD Bank Garden, the Boston Garden. And
Sports Museum.
It's now right. It's called the New England Sports Museum, and we did a book signing there. And with us, right next to us, Adam Cohen at the time owned them. I don't know who owns them now. They were the 2 checks signed by Jake Rupert,
Right.
to Harry Frazee for
Right.
Babe Ruth.
Endorsed by Rupert and signed Harry Frazee, or
Right.
endorsed by Frazee. And
That was on one side, and on the other side of us was what's his name? I can't remember his name. We had a complete T206 Spence. What was his name? Spence. We had a complete T206 collection with the Honus Wagner card, and I think the Honus Wagner card got a lot more. There was a lot more interest there in the Wagner card and that T206 collection than there was in those 2 checks signed. Boston fans are they're very fickle about that kind of stuff.
Well, I would think that a collector period would want something like that in his collection.
Oh, yeah.
Well, of course, I would
So,
think. I
mean,
think those things
so-
went for about $250,000 when Adam sold them. Hey, I want to ask you, Joe, your thoughts on the T206 collection. The monster set is continuing to increase, and I'm asking you this for selfish purposes because I'm very, very well into my collection. Talk about the Cobb cards. What is causing the Ty Cobb greenback to skyrocket like it's skyrocketing?
I think it's 2 things. A, the card is, when the card has nice aesthetics, Tom, it's in, say, solid VG plus, X plus to near mint condition, the overall eye appeal aesthetics of the card are breathtaking.
Really?
That nice deep green background, good centering, classic Carl Horner portrait pose. And of the 4 Cobb subjects in the set, it's certainly the least issued, as far as population.
Right.
I mean, if you want to purchase a nice 4, let's say a VGX card,
Yeah.
you're paying, if it's, again, good eye appeal, you're paying at least $12,000 now.
It's
11, 12,000. A couple of years ago, you could get that card for half that price.
I have a Cobb greenback that I bought in 1994. You know what I paid for it? It's a PSA 4.
Pennies on the dollar.
I paid $300 for it.
Yeah, I think you got a good ROI going there, Tom.
Yeah, not bad, not bad. Yeah, that was a nice investment, and I love that car. That's my favorite.
Do you have your set graded, Tom?
I do. Yep. My GPA is around 5.5. I mean, it's not.
What is your green carb?
My green carb's a 4.
That's nice.
Yeah, my green carb's a 4, but I know it's about a 5.5, close to a 6. But it's something, I just take my time. I've been working on it. I'm not in any rush. I think I've got about 440 or 450 of the set.
Yeah, but you don't have Cobb's brother's card.
Con?
Card.
Psycom. You are pathetic. We are chatting with Joe Tomasulu from Memory Lane Auctions. Rico, why don't you tell us about our friends at
The corn cob was pretty good.
First of all, you can't read that. Do you have the new read on PWCC Marketplace?
No.
Okay, then why don't you tell us about our friend Rick Snyder at Mint State?
Mint State? Okay, I will.
No, you do it. I can see it, the PWCC Marketplace.
You told me Mint State.
No, but keep going. No, keep going.
Mint State. Here's Mint State.
God almighty, I'm begging you to help me.
Which one is this? That's right. That's the one I was looking for.
Hold on. By the way, this is Mike Petrocelli sitting next to me.
He's more tired than I am.
He drives his father around now. Go ahead.
Well, since 2008, PWCC has tracked the data and proven that investment caliber market offers more than mere collecting, over 10 years. If you click on WCCmarketplace.com, you'll have all of the information needed to make wise decisions. PWCC's comprehensive tracking and sales metrics demonstrate that trading cards have outperformed the S&P 500 by more than 200%. That's amazing. With a return on investment of 153%. PWCC believes that trust is the bedrock of the trading card marketplace, and they'll handle every trade with the highest level of integrity and care. Create an account to join their mailing list and gain full access to PWCC's suite of investor tools, including the PWCC indices, yeah, I know, and auction history sales database. It's all about analytics that you'll have at your fingertips, which is, baseball, sports is all analytics. Learn more by going onto their new website, pwccmarketplace.com. Whether you're buying or selling, you now have all the tools that you'll need to make that educated decision. That's the pwccmarketplace.com, providing analytics investors can depend on.
All right, we are chatting with Joe Tomasulo from Memory Lane Auctions. And by the way, one of our, to answer your question, Ray, yes, Louis Tiant, the nickname that we're looking for Pudge Fisk, this was given to him by Louis Tiant, and then all of his Red Sox teammates started calling him this nickname, among other people. But so what was Pudge Fisk's nickname among his teammates? And in the Boston, a lot of Boston fans called him that too, and he good-naturedly accepted it and kind of laughed about it, right, Rico?
Yes, he did, thankfully. But, our shortstop was Rick Burleson. Tiant called him the Rooster.
Rooster, yeah.
Rooster.
Oh, he gave him that nickname?
Oh, yeah. He gave all the guys a
I didn't know that. Did you know that?
Yep.
I did not know that.
Well, now you do, don't you?
All right, so, okay, Joe, we're gonna throw our first curveball at you. You ready?
Yeah.
Here we go.
He's a good curveball hitter, by the way.
Okay. I am going to back Blasi in this one, and I know Petrocelli is going to take your side. But if you look at the numbers, you look at the analytics, there is no comparison between Mike Trout and Roberto Clemente. None, zero, zilch. Trout has it all over Clemente. Go ahead, run with it.
I agree 150%.
Oh, Jesus.
I disagree 250%.
Go ahead. Why?
What do you mean, why?
I'm asking you why.
Clemente was a better outfielder. He has a better arm. Clemente was a better all-around hitter. He didn't hit as many home runs.
No, actually, Rico, I disagree because Clemente did not drive the ball like Mike Trout.
Well, that's what I mean. No, not home runs. I'm not saying
percentage OPS is probably better, even though I don't have the numbers in front of me.
Well, Louis does. Louis, you ready?
Yeah.
Batting average 317 lifetime for Clemente, 306 for Trout.
Okay, so that's you can take that and you put it aside. But what about the rest of the stats, Louis?
It's not even close. I mean, how many times?
Through the first 8 years.
Power is indisputable. Trout is a better power hitter. Speed is indisputable.
Well, which way?
Trout. Trout's
Trout.
faster.
It's indisputable.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Clemente
had one double-digit stolen base season in his career.
Because you know who hit after him? You know who hit behind him when he came up?
You know who hit behind
named Willie Stargell.
You know who hits behind Mike Trout?
Yeah, nobody.
The greatest first baseman in Major League history.
Albert Pujols.
All right, now we got a problem.
I knew it. I knew I was going to get you there, Joe.
Now we got a big problem.
All right, go ahead. Run with that one, Joe.
So,
3,000 hits,
Pujols.
600 homers. 3,000 hits, 600 homers. Prosecution rests.
No, it doesn't rest.
Yeah, it does.
It doesn't rest because, first of all, so let's go to Gehrig. When Gehrig was stricken, if Lou Gehrig wasn't stricken with that illness, Gehrig hits 600.
Yeah, but hold on. You can't go down that road, Joe, because he was, unfortunately.
What if Pujols didn't have to deal with plantar fasciitis?
Right. I mean, you can't. You got to look at the numbers. You have to look at the numbers from when they played. I am a big, and you know, I'm a big advocate of vintage ball players and throwback ball players and their numbers and stats. But if you take a hard look at Albert Pujols' numbers, I'll tell you, man, if he's not number one, he's certainly number two. But he could give Lou Gehrig and Jimmy Fox both a run for their money. If you look at the numbers.
What's his lifetime batting average? I don't have it in front of me.
Pujols, I think he's 304 or something, Louis, right? I think he's a little over 300. He may even be a little less.
Yeah, and you see,
303.
Lou,
303. 303.
I mean, it's definitely a conversation, but I mean, you're talking about a massive gap in BA in batting average. Okay, the other issue is Babe Ruth had Gehrig after him, batting after him in the order for many seasons.
Well, that's a help.
I wonder what Gehrig would have done if Ruth was batting after Gehrig. You know, that was a big thing with Mantle and Maris. You know, Roger Maris's numbers those few years he won the consecutive MVPs wouldn't even be close if Mantle was batting ahead of Maris instead of vice versa.
I got another thing too on Clemente, if you will.
We're going back to Clemente.
I just want to. The ballparks that he played in, the ballpark in Pittsburgh was the old Connie Mack Stadium. That thing was. They had the batting cage. That's how far it was. They used to put the batting cage in center field.
Really?
Like up against the wall.
And just leave it there.
Yeah, honestly.
Really?
They used to leave it there.
Right,
It's gigantic.
We're going to take a break because we're running a little against. So we got some more stuff we're going to throw out. I'm asking, our listeners can't contribute, but the viewers, I want you guys to contribute. We're going to compare some of today's players with some of the throwback players. Let's see what you guys have to say also. I'm not going to throw it out now, Joe, but we got another one we're going to throw at both you and Rico when we come back. And again, I'm taking Louis' side. Hang in there. We'll be right back. If you're a collector and want the best return when you sell your cards, look no further than Small Traditions. As a matter of fact, select up to 100 of your best raw cards for submission to PSA, and they will pay you for all the expensive shipping, insurance, and even the grading fees all up front. Their expert staff will screen and prepare your cards for grading and will auction your graded cards at a 0% seller's rate, subtracting only your grading fees after your successful sales. Grading may be foreign or intimidating for some, but at Small Traditions, they do the legwork. Contact the good folks at smalltraditions.com or call them at 303-832-1975. If you're looking to maximize the value of your collection, remember, Small Traditions equals big results.
For more than 30 years, Robert Edward Auctions has been the industry leader when it comes to helping you realize the most money for your baseball cards and sports memorabilia. In addition to their unparalleled reputation for honesty and integrity, they reach the largest number of bidders in the business and offer lower sellers' fees, as well as generous cash advances up front on your valuable material. Contact them today at 908-226-9900. That's 908-226-9900 or at robertedwardauction.com.
Mint State is a PSA authorized dealer specializing in high-grade vintage sports and non-sports cards. Established in 2002, we utilize an extensive network of sellers, collectors, and other dealers for the millions of dollars in collectibles we sell every year. Mint State has handled some of the finest collections ever assembled, including the famous Lucky 7 find, and offers sellers attractive consignment packages in addition to outright purchases. For more information, please visit mintstateinc.com. Contact Rick Snyder at mintstate@msn.com or by dialing 630-365-9790. Happy hunting!
All right, we're back. We've got about 7 or 8 more minutes with Joe Tomasulo. All right, Joe, we're going to throw another one out at you. Based on the stats that Lou Blasi...
It's not just stats.
No, it's just everything.
It's just looking at the player, the ability.
You cannot compare, I repeat, cannot compare Chris Sale and Don Drysdale. No comparison between the two. Do I get any argument?
No.
Stuff-wise, Chris Sale is a much better pitcher.
Yeah, it's surprisingly not even close.
All right. Now, Tom Lane, one of our viewers, I'm taking issue with
Gibson
him.
would be fun. Pedro at his peak. Pedro was an amazing pitcher at his peak. But Greg Maddux, I think, is one of the best pitchers of all time.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Pedro Martinez, Lou, peak value, top 5 to 7 pitchers of all time.
Oh, yeah, easily. 98, 99?
Yep.
He was unstoppable.
Yeah, but
Gibson was awesome.
Gibson had more.
Gibson, I love Gibson. Nolan Ryan, longevity and being able to do it over a long period of time.
Yeah.
All right, Tom Lane, we're taking issue with you. One, Mr. Rico Petrocelli is taking issue with you. You stated just now that nobody could carry Mickey Mantle's cleats. And Rico, right out of the gate, said...
well, no. Look, Mickey Mantle, first of all, was my idol as a kid. So I loved him. But the guy with the Giants, man, Willie Mays. Willie was just great in every area of the game.
Yeah, but it's a discussion. I mean, they're on the same shelf, Mantle and Mays.
Yeah. But I said, Willie could do,
he was faster. He could run better.
Yeah, when Mickey hurt his leg. Before that, Mickey could run.
Mike Trout's going to be there.
Man, yeah, Trout.
At the end of this, he's going to be there.
He is. Trout is.
He's going to put up some
outstanding
longevity.
Player. But I'm just saying that when you're talking about Mantle, one of the things is that Mantle was noted for his long home runs. He hit a home run in the old Yankee Stadium over the 463. It had to be 500 feet. I mean, no one else ever hit it there.
Rico, if you Google Mantle's home runs, he has 10 documented 500-plus home runs in his career. In actual MLB games, Aaron Judge hit 500 feet, I think, right on the dot. It wasn't 501, and it was in a home run derby. And they make a federal case out of it. So what I'm trying to get at is no hitter in the history of baseball could hit a ball as far as Mickey Mantle. And nobody ever
what
will.
What is that? But that really doesn't mean anything.
But wait a second.
It's just,
and I'm not going to argue against...
You know what it is, Tom? It's just like one of those dynamic, glitter stats, like Nolan Ryan's 7 no-hitters, his strikeouts. He was barely a 500 pitcher. I mean, Mantle hit the facade at Yankee Stadium twice. I saw on the internet they did a physics calculation. Both of those balls, based on estimated exit velocity, and they were both documented as being on the way up when they hit the facade, could have exceeded 650 feet. And I mean that's incredible. It's actually unfathomable.
Yeah.
A human being could hit a ball that hard.
And that adds to his legacy.
I am not going to argue against Mantle because I think Mantle is one of the greatest.
Ted hit 502 feet in
527.
527.
If
you believe that.
I do.
Mythology. It's all
I
mythology.
really do.
I think if Mutt Mantle's dad, didn't make him a switch hitter, he would have been a better lifetime hitter. He was a far superior hitter right-handed, and as you know, guys, in MLB ball, righties don't give right-handed twirlers, don't give right-handed hitters the issues that left-handed pitchers give left-handed hitters.
I'm not going to argue with you.
There's no comparison.
I'm not going to argue with your point about Mantle and his power because I believe it. But the fact of the matter is, you're arguing mythology against. Today we have definable statistics. Aaron Judge's 500-foot home run is much more reliable from a data standpoint than what we put together from estimated exit velocity and throwing baseballs against motorcycles and all the stuff we're dealing with in the past.
Right, but when it comes to Mantle,
I'm not disputing
there's
Mantle.
no doubt about it.
Far into the Yankee Stadium bleachers, and those are 500-foot shots.
Oh yeah, I'm not disputing Mantle's
You don't need
power.
sabermetrics or, the technology today, Lou, to figure out that those balls were hit over 500 feet.
I'm not disputing Mantle as a power king.
A couple of balls out of Briggs Stadium completely over the roof. I mean, you don't need a tape measure for occurrences like that.
All good points, Joe. All right, Joe, we got to wrap up because we got to get Steve Sloan on. People can go to memorylane.com, start consigning for their fall and winter auction. And Joe, when you guys are down here in November, we're going to grab a bite, right?
I hope so.
All right, kid. We love you. Take care.
Are you going to cook?
No,
God, no.
No, you're paying, by the way.
That's right. No, we'll do something. Maybe I will cook.
Oh God, no, don't.
Hey, don't knock my sauce. All right, Joe, we got to run.
Great having you on. Great
Take care,
talking
brother.
with you.
We love
Take care.
Guys.
Take care. Joe Tomasulo from Memory Lane Auctions. Well, Lou is getting. Why don't you talk about our good friends at Pristine? You got Pristine?
I do have Pristine.
How about Pristine? Pristine Auctions. Not PWCC, not CSA.
Let me see.
There we go. Tops, no?
No, I don't have
Okay, how about our good friends at Mint State?
Well,
and I'll do Pristine.
Our good friend
at Mint State.
At Mint State. All right, I'll do Mint State.
Great company. We have Steve on the line, so go ahead.
Oh, you got Steve on the line? Good. Well, Mint State was founded in 1995, by the way. eBay, the world's largest marketplace, has never had a seller individually list all 520 cards from a complete T206 set at the same time. That is until our friend Rick Snyder and his company Mint State did just that earlier this year. Now, how do you follow that up if you're Rick? I'll tell you how. Later this month, Mint State will offer all 221 cards from a complete T205 gold border master set.
Which
nice.
He's just finishing up.
Yeah, every card is authenticated and graded by PSA, offering collectors the opportunity to start, add to, or complete their own set on the PSA registry. The set features all-time greats such as Ty Cobb, Walter Johnson, Christy Mathewson, and Cy Young. Later this month, you'll be able to view scans of and purchase these T205s on their amazing website, mintstateinc.com. That's mintstateinc.com. As Rick always says, happy hunting.
We love him. Great guy. All right, on the phone with us right now, and I know he's pressed for time, is the president of PSA, our good friend Steve Sloan. How are you, Stephen?
Hi, Steve.
Gentlemen, how you doing? Good to talk to you.
Steve, I know that you guys have a lot going on, but excuse me. Some of the new there's some nice new twists and turns coming out with PSA. Let's talk about the jumbo holders.
Yeah, well, I think as you guys probably have talked about on your show over the course of the past year, the rise in popularity of original Type 1 photographs has really hit the hobby hard over the last year, becoming more and more collectible and sought after. Prices have begun to creep up as well. So we have offered a new encapsulation option for those original Type 1 photographs. It's called the Jumbo Holder, as you mentioned, and it's essentially an oversized PSA holder that is sonically sealed, and it contains the PSA red label as well for original photos. And it really gives a nice presentation to some of these older historical images.
Now, how long ago did it come out, Steve? When did you guys launch it?
Well, we wanted to make a bit of a splash with it, so we launched it at the National in Cleveland. We were able to get a number of holders into the hands of some of the auction houses as well, including Heritage, Memory Lane, Huggins & Scott. And if you were at the show, you'd be able to see some of those holders on display. I really got a lot of positive feedback on the holders at the show, and I should also mention that they can hold other autographed items as well as original photos, autographs such as 8x10s, which are really popular as a medium for autographs, and also any historical documents that will fit within that 8.5 by 11 overall size.
What else? Anything else what else is happening with PSA? I know. I guess my first question is, how are you adjusting to your presidency? Congratulations again.
Well, I survived Cleveland, so that was a start.
Well,
that was a crazy couple days. I had a lot coming at me, but no worse for wear, and it was great meeting a lot of new people and hearing about their history with PSA. It's always good to get caught up with all the hobbies, top people. So it was a great experience in Cleveland. But we're just continuously busy. Our backlog is very large, as our customers know. We're doing our best to scale up and get as much outdoors as possible. One
of our listeners, a regular listener, is asking. I know that you guys and people have asked a question. Will the turnaround times at PSA, are they going to continue to improve as time goes on over the next couple of months?
Yeah, we've made really good progress on our receiving backlog, which means getting items out of their packages and into our system so they can be properly processed. We've added a second shift, for example, where we have people working late into the night on receiving, speccing cards, that sort of thing. Grading will always be a bit of a bottleneck for us because expertise is limited. There's only so many people that possess the skills necessary for that job, but we are doing our best to find qualified people and get them into the grading room. So our turnaround times have improved. We feel like we're at a point where we can get back to our normal rates. So I would encourage customers who are curious to check in with our customer service reps. They're always on the front of that sort of information. But again, it's our first focus in the morning. It's the last thing we think about before we leave, and that's trying to get as many customer orders processed.
Well, I got to tell you something just from an outsider standpoint. At the National, people, we heard so many positive things about PSA. Just walking the floor, talking to people. People. I mean, some of the lines. People were standing in to get to talk to you guys. I mean, they were incredible, and it just people were standing in line. They were having a good time, not minding the wait, and it was all positive. So you guys are doing something right, Steve.
Well, I hope so. I mean, we're here to make the hobby a better place, and we really want to grow the hobby as a whole. And I hope for those people who were in line that they were able to pass it enjoyably by talking to other collectors they may have met at the show or talking to some of our marketing folks. Our lines are kind of a reality of the National. If you walk around the floor, you'll see lines at the big corporate booths like Panini and Upper Deck and Topps. But we did make some efforts to make the line shorter. I know it wasn't totally possible to eliminate the lines altogether, but again, we just asked for feedback. We're trying to improve with each consecutive year.
Yeah, you guys. Go ahead.
Were you a collector when you were a kid?
Oh yeah, definitely. I grew up in the Bay Area, so a really impressionable youth. In my early days, it was all about the Bash Brothers and all the juice that was flowing through the veins of Mark McGuire.
Exactly. Very good. Listen,
those guys. So I have a pretty good sizable Oakland A's collection.
Well, your A's may go somewhere this year, at least into the first round.
There's no juice when he hit 49 as a rookie.
I know
that's right. Skinnier than me.
That's a good point.
Yep.
All right, Steve, we're going to let you go. Congratulations, you guys are doing a great job. And by the way, for our listeners and viewers, we're going to be having Steve or a representative from PSA on a fairly regular basis. It could be Steve, it could be Terry, it could be Kevin Keating talking about autographs, but we're really going to get some PSA people on, and feel free to type in your questions, and if we can answer them, we can answer them. If I don't like the questions, I'm not even going to ask it. How's that?
Oh,
that fair?
Nice guy.
All right, Stephen, we love you.
Thanks, Steve.
Thanks, guys.
Take
Bye.
care.
Take care.
Steve Sloan from
Can I say hello to my...
Here we go. What's your name?
Joanne.
Hi, Joanne.
Wait a
from
second.
Seattle.
No, not Seattle.
Wherever.
California.
California.
By the way, she watches
love her.
every single show, for Pete's sake.
Joanne, would you do me a favor? Would you ask your Uncle Rico if I can send you an autograph, please? I want to send an autograph to somebody.
Nobody got the...
No, everybody lost. You guys lost again. 2 Yaz cards. You don't know Fist's nickname? We're going to continue it next week, as always.
All right.
All right, listen. I hope you're feeling better.
I feel good
'cause you look
now.
like hell.
Thanks.
Michael, thanks for just contributing absolutely nothing to the show, but we enjoyed you.
Hey, it's great to be here.
Louis, I'll see you next week. Have a safe trip.
Yeah.
I'm not going to
that's
see you
right.
this
Yeah,
week.
that's
And to
right.
our listening audience and viewing audience, as always, we love you guys. Listen, we fool around. You guys know we fool around. That's why we do it. Happy collecting.